I saw one of the most depressing things I've ever seen recently. I was at the park with my daughter, and we were having a wonderful day. And then we were sitting on a rock in the middle of Zilker Park having our sandwiches. And I saw a family walk up, like 4 adults and a couple kids, and they were taking like Christmas photos. And the mom was taking Christmas photos. She was doing it with her iPhone, but she was not just doing it with the iPhone. She was doing it with a selfie stick. So I saw like a little kid sitting on the ground, and then like 5 feet away, a mom holding the selfie stick. Honey, sit still. Honey, smile. Smile, honey. And doing like, it's like, just fucking get in there with the camera and do that. Why the selfie stick?
Because she can't be in the picture then.
No, she wasn't in the picture.
She was pointing the selfie stick.
She was taking portraits of her child.
Maybe she had a horrible illness and was concerned about her daughter.
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't.
Maybe she's like farsighted and she can't see up close.
It could also be. I saw one up close for the first time. I went to Galveston and visited my family for Thanksgiving. Which, if you follow me, you'll know because I was live tweeting everything my wonderful grandmother was saying.
You tweet a lot of things. I did. Grandma.
Bored isn't the right word. My mother is probably so upset at me right now that she's watching.
Bored.
But no, it was a lot of the younger cousins that I hang out with all like dispersed to do things, and I was just kind of like hanging out with the aunts and uncles, which are all great. I love them.
Stop yourself from saying old people.
Those are your words, not mine. But for a while, I was just like, I really did feel glued to my phone. In hindsight, I feel kind of bad about it. But anyways, yeah, no, I was just like in the car, vining, doing this tweeting. What the fuck were we talking about? Oh, I saw a selfie stick up close for the first time.
Yeah.
It could be those things are just a pain in the ass to unhook. There was like some like wires and some weird shit.
I was going to say, she probably just didn't want to take it off.
I don't know.
No, come on. Just go, to take...
I don't
just walk around constantly with her selfie stick, with her phone.
What if she had
puts it in her pocket?
Need to take a phone call and just like this, just holding it. Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
What if it was a drone instead?
That'd be fucking cool.
You want to try to take a call on an iPhone that's in a drone?
I thought you meant taking your child's Christmas photos with a drone, like the drone's like just in front of your kids.
That's what I mean. Yeah, and then I was like, man, imagine if the phone rang. Hello!
They're loud. You guys used a drone for a shot in Laser Team.
Yeah, that was a big drone. That wasn't like a...
Yeah, and it was like one that took this huge sweeping overhead shot of like football field. And I was there for that day, and I was like, oh, we're doing it with the drone. And anytime I ever have an interaction with the drone, it's like, that kind of thing. This is like...
Yeah, and it'll like
just
kick up leaves and dust.
And it was so loud.
There's a shot where it's like coming towards us as though it is the spaceship, and we're all trying to run out of the way.
Yeah,
that was real. We're just legitimately
trying to chased by a guy with a remote control.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you got an erection?
No. I mean, babies get erections.
Well, okay. Do you remember the first time you remember getting an erection?
Oh yeah. Let me tell you.
I don't remember the first time I got an erection. I remember the first time I learned about masturbation. I was just like, this is great. I can just do this when no one's around. Fuck yeah. My afternoons are set from now until I die.
Yeah.
It was pretty much, that's how that day went.
How many times the first day?
What's up, Mom and Dad? I don't remember. I think like twice or something. How many times have you masturbated in one day?
I don't think when I learned to masturbate, I realized it was something that's like, it didn't dawn on me as like, I can keep doing this over and over again.
Well, not immediately after.
Right, immediately.
Could you do it before your hormone stuff?
Yeah.
It worked?
I was trying to figure out how you're going to word that.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's the most time in one day?
We talked about this on a Contagion Let's Play.
Yeah, you did like 20 or something, didn't you?
No!
Yeah, that's why. No, we had a conversation about
this. Are you not raw after that?
We did. We had a conversation about over in your office today about the most time you ever done in a day, and like all of us, the guys were like at best like 6 to 8 or something like that.
I think mine's
and Barbara
5.
was like in like 20s. Like,
no, it was 11.
That's double digits.
See, that's confusing.
Wow,
that's confusing because you hit 10 and then you thought one more. What?
Go that extra mile.
I learned.
I wanted to see how many I could get.
And that's always
at 11.
That's always what it is, right? You'll go once.
Wait.
You'll go once, right? Then you'll go twice. Maybe you'll go a third time. And I feel like once you hit 3, you're like, all right, you want to go? Let's fucking do this. All right, let's make a day out of it. Cancel all my appointments.
I want to know the idea of you just staring at your penis like, oh, you want to go? You want to do this? Cancel my plans.
Slapping it around.
I want to know, like, if you were doing under the mentality of that you were just trying to see how many times you could do it, what stopped at 11? Like, why was 11 the stopping point?
Sometimes you hurt. Sometimes you're tired.
I started to get kind of numb.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't laugh. Surely it happens.
Surely you would have been numb at 10.
Clearly, she wasn't, Gavin.
I was a little numb at 10.
You must have slept so well that night.
What time of day did 11 land on?
Oh, it sounds like the. Oh,
This was all within the span of like an hour and a half.
Jesus Christ! Holy shit!
So wait, how many hours in a day? How many hours are you awake? 18?
Yeah,
Time
like
out.
16,
Hold on.
16
Okay,
hours. 16
hold on.
hours.
I'm gonna
hours?
guess here. Wait. Sunday? Was it a Sunday? Do you remember?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Saturday or Sunday.
Wait, so
I'm
in an
So
hour?
you could have done it 117 times
I'm gonna guess.
if you were really thinking
If I
about it.
unnumbed myself.
I'm trying to think what led to those events. I'm thinking woke up, did some things, maybe took a nap, woke up from nap, and then you were like, let's do this.
That sounds pretty accurate, actually.
Were you dehydrated after?
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty sweaty.
But she went for 12 and it was just like, it's like not today. Not today.
Oh.
It's like,
I don't think it would have been because the is like unused and dusty. It probably would have been like
no, I think
because it would have
That was a good sound.
The sound of two balloons rubbing together.
Can you do that sound again on command?
Oh no,
That wasn't
first
as
one was
Wasn't as
better.
good.
Wasn't as
Yeah.
good.
That was a really good sound.
Yeah, it was like a good like
I think it would've been-
floppy sound.
Wait.
For those listening to the audio
12.
podcast, Miles is rubbing a mug.
Yeah, I'm trying to take better care of my voice. I'm doing some singing stuff.
So you're
this
rubbing
week.
a mug.
What? Oh no, I'm drinking tea instead of alcohol.
what kind of
'Cause
tea? We got
This
we got
is
milk
this
in
is
that
called
tea?
throat coat, which by the way I giggled to no end upon purchasing this.
I've drunk throat coat for forever.
I bet you have.
Yeah. Like doing like stage performance and stuff.
Just reminds me of that Simpsons episode where Homer swallows candle wax
And then masturbates 12 times.
I love that episode of The Simpsons.
God, now for some reason there's a competitive side of me. It's like I could do 12. I could
No,
do
you.
12.
I don't.
Do we know the world
If you
record?
spread it out in a day, that's less than 1 an hour.
You're gonna lose motivation. It's gonna be like when
Right, it is harder.
you're on like sleeping pills and you're trying to stay awake just because it's funny, and then in the end you just give up. You're just like not worth it.
Have you done that?
Yeah.
Because
We are all very competitive people in very
You
different
guys
ways.
need your recovery time.
Yeah.
right.
That's
It's
a
called
big
the
aspect.
refractory period.
Science.
Is it
Science.
really?
Yeah.
What else? is there?
ASMR. refractory.
ASMR.
Teach me something.
On the subject of Barbara doing it to 11, the only movie on IMDb that is not ranked on a scale of 1 to 10 is Spinal Tap,
Love
which is
it.
ranked on a scale of 1 to 11.
Is it really?
Love it.
That is a lovely touch.
Wow.
What does it have out of 11?
Never mind.
I did some spinal tapping.
A lovely touch.
All right, I have an ad to read here. There's got to
Oh.
be a point where I can get to this ad, and we're not talking about.
Were you
Who's it for?
watching? Were you watching porn on a tablet or a computer?
No.
Was it made by Lenovo?
Oh, did you go with just your internal spank bank?
I was internal.
Nice.
We'd like to thank Lenovo for
Yeah, we
sponsoring
would.
this episode of the RT Podcast.
I've got into the phase where I've been traveling a lot where I don't pack anymore. I just have like a go bag. Like my suitcase is always packed. Like I'll come home off a trip.
You wash the clothes and
I'll
then
just dump it
immediately
all out into
repack.
the wash and then just like chuck 3 new shirts in there, 3 new underwears and just put it away. And then chances are I'll need it in like 3 days and I'll just take it
Wow.
and I'm already packed.
Damn, dude.
It's like someone ready for like a pregnancy. Is what you just had like. Your notepad.
Is it like a
It's
duffel
coming.
Is it like a duffel bag?
It's just like a carry-on
There's
suitcase.
this service
like a
called
roller
Duffel.
bag.
Have you heard of this?
Of course there is.
I think
Is it
it's called
duffel without the E?
I think
duffel.
it is. I think it's like DUFL or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Someone could
Like
look-
grinder.
You like to do
It's where you
Would
pack
you like
a
a
bag
dooful?
and then you like send it off. And
No, shut up.
yeah, I swear to God.
Wait, you do what?
And then if you're on a trip and let's say your luggage doesn't make it, they send you your duffel so that you have like a change of
All right,
clothes
so
and toothpaste or whatever.
I want
wouldn't you
I want the address of this place because when the apocalypse happens, this place is
got
gonna be
everything.
stocked.
They've got the best supply of 3
Yeah.
days worth of underwear ever.
Of like, but everybody's like, I've got loads of
I don't
just
know if
duffel
it's all like
bags.
in a centralized
you know, like
location.
when you're playing a video game where like you're playing Fallout and you find the duffel bag full of stuff. You're like, oh, good stuff's in there. It's like that's an entire warehouse.
Yeah, it's also
full
a
of
video game.
those.
You'll find a minigun in that duffel bag. John.
Fantastic.
And like an oven
Fantastic.
mitt and a fork. But here's what's happening.
Screws.
Chances are your duffel is going to be away from you for so long. You're not really going to remember what's in it. They are robbing you. They're going to take one item and switch it with someone else.
It's DUFL.
Is it really?
It's got to be. It has to be.
Changing
Stick it
the
in my
way the
duffel.
world
Oh, it's a
travels.
duffel. So say you flew to China and your your bag didn't come, your duffel didn't come. How does your duffel get to China?
Duffel
Quicker than you can just buy some new stuff.
Do you pay for postage like ahead?
I don't know.
Be wary buying things from China. I recently got a hoodie that was marketed as like a Destiny hoodie, and I was like, oh, that's a cool looking hoodie, so I bought it. It showed up, and it said double XL on it. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I look at the packaging, like everything's in Chinese, and it was labeled as American large, and then a bunch of Chinese characters XXL. So I'm
XXL
an enormous
is American.
person in China.
Yeah.
The pockets are like the tiniest little things.
Can't even get your fingers in.
Okay, they're like girl pockets.
Doofle sounds like
It
some sort of
actually
weird
is
Swiss
called
bank.
duffel.
DFL.
Look at that.
It stores your clothing in your personal duffel closet and allows you to virtually pack by selecting your clothing items from within the app. Once you've scheduled your trip, you'll travel, bag-free, and your freshly cleaned and neatly packed clothing will meet you at your
wait,
specified
is it-
So it's
destination.
not
your
just if
clothes?
it's
Unless
not
they
just
wanna
if you
sponsor
lose
him,
your
which is-
stuff.
If you want to use this as your bag where you're traveling. Like,
So
I'm
was it-
going to Australia in January. Wow. If I could just send this off and then travel without a bag, and
I'm
it could
sweating.
meet me at the hotel.
Yeah, I got real sweaty.
Should we all travel via duffel?
Buy a Doofle.
Buy a duffel, like we'll put ourselves in the duffel bag, and
So
then
it's an app.
yeah, it's
You
an app.
send yourself to Doofle
Send
and then go,
yourself into
send me.
duffel, and
Okay,
then
I'll
we
sign
go
up for
to
Doofle
Australia.
if they bring you your duffel bag like via like drone or something. It just like
Combine
rockets
all
down
the
to you.
technology.
We should get duffel to sponsor the podcast.
Duffel.
Have you used it?
No.
To talk to you.
Give it a
Doofle.
shot. If you like it, maybe we'll reach out to Doofle.
I think I'll try
I
it
just wanna be
for
able to
like maybe
say
a short
Doofle.
trip.
I was using Pacer for my runs.
Pacer
and
with a ER or just R?
it does have an ER.
Oh, okay.
It has dignity.
Yes,
So
that just sounds like
I was
Pisser.
using that, and it's a really great app. But there was like I think it was New York Comic Con week. Like I wasn't using it because I was away, and it was like, hey, haven't noticed you've gone for a run in a while. And I was like, fuck you, Pacer. You don't know my fucking life. I was going all over the place at New York Comic Con. Eat a dick. And I became super upset at it. I just got one in the middle of this podcast for Bumble. And it was like, hey, you know they're still out there, don't you? Where you been?
like how your
Winky
apps have
emoji. And I was like,
different-
whoa. This is the winky emoji suddenly made it a complete. Hold on. I took a picture of it because I
Where
found it
you
hysterical.
been? I like how you give your apps different voices too.
Well, yeah. Again, you see that winky. You see that winky emoji.
So did you delete Pacer?
No, I still use it. It's a really good one.
So read it back in.
We know you're still there somewhere. Open Bumble. People are waiting for you. Wink.
That's
Do you think that's
creepy.
like a challenge for the girls if they find an account that's been dormant for like 4 weeks and they pull that account back into use? Do you think it's like, yeah? Imagine if it popped up with a picture of the girl.
I
It's
see
like,
what you're saying.
Yeah, I
Bumble's
got them to
fucked.
use Bumble again.
to rise.
Yeah.
From the
How do you spell
ashes, yeah.
Bumble?
It's such a Bumble.
I'm
Not
guessing
way.
B-U-M-B-L.
Please don't be an L. Please don't be an E. Please don't be an E.
There's an E.
Fuck!
B-M-B-L-E. Like I said, it's a dignified
Bumble.
app,
dignified.
Bumble.
It doesn't know the game.
Bumble.
Welcome to Bumble.
You are,
They also host webinar.
have you forgotten about Bumble?
Do you need a duffel for your night's stay
so
with your
much.
Bumble match?
This is
Barbara looks like she'd be like the spokesperson. Like
They don't need to
Bumble app.
sponsor us. They have
Have
you
you forgotten
already.
about it?
yeah.
The Bumble's ready for you.
Bumble.
So do you think they could
like the
sponsor us?
Bumble.
If they could sponsor us with the requirement that you have to do all the ad reads like that?
I would
No,
gladly do
we
an ad
demand
read.
that. We
Demand
demand
it,
that.
Yeah.
I'll do
Take your money
an
unless
ad
we-
Problems with
read.
luggage?
I'll do an ad read in any accent they want me to do an ad read in.
We'll get
Don't
it.
do it while doing this.
Do any accent they want me to do it in. And I will do it like this. The Bumble app is
But then we'll only get it once Gus is back, so he'll have to do the ad reads like that.
And
Oh,
it'll
wow.
be like, can you imagine Gus doing a German accent?
yes.
Yes, actually.
But it'd be miserable.
After the Extra Life stream, I can imagine Gus doing a lot of
Yeah,
things.
me too.
I think a funnier accent I'd like to hear Gus do is like a Scottish accent.
What do you think's the What do you think's the most attractive accent in the world?
I love Scottish accents.
Russian,
No.
right?
French. French is a great
French
accent.
is a good accent.
I don't like the French
But like
accent.
Well, fuck
France
you.
French.
Huh?
France French.
Yes.
Parisian.
Yeah, no one ever says French and thinks of anything other than France.
Oh, I think of
Just
Quebecois
you.
French.
Actually, I
Just
know.
you.
Scottish
Hey,
is
dude,
pretty
what do you
hot.
want to do on the weekend?
Can you just let's hear a
Gav?
good Scottish accent.
No.
Come on, you're like
I'm from there.
but you're like close. It'd be like someone saying like John, do like a Texas accent, you know, that kind of thing.
Fucking. It always starts with a hyperbole, right? You have to be like, oh, look at the little Lucky Charms.
Yeah, that's Irish.
And, oh, fuck.
Scotland's a little bit like
It's a wee
this,
bit
and
down
you
here.
You talk
Some
like
people,
this.
some people are so
Good.
Scottish it looks like it hurts them.
I,
like the guy I met who said girls. And he pronounced girls as like gaddle.
Gaddles.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
gaddles. There's like, oh my god, gaddles.
Oh God, I'm sorry,
you.
everyone from all over the
Gaddles.
world.
One of the best things you've ever said. Someone's so Scottish that it looks like it
That's
hurts.
what I feel about the German accent.
No,
It's so aggressive.
There was a YouTube video that was titled. It was titled like "The Beauty of the English Language," and it was a Scottish guy on like a roof, and his mate was down on the ground, and he was frustrated about something, and so he got him to respond, and he just like it was just a jumble of Scottish just consonants and vowels, but not words, and it was just a rant of it. That's the English language right there.
I told you, I think I might have told this in the podcast. Some people grow up with their own imaginary language. My brother and I did that, but we just called it being British. Did I tell you that?
Sound very insulting.
No, we would go, oi! Everything would start. We'd just be in. My mom hated it. We'd be in the grocery store, bored, and I just look at them and I go, oi! Oi! Easy foot in, easy ball in it. Oh, must have been singing what? And then it would always end with,
That's our French. That's what it's gone into.
easy ball and easy ball.
We put out a happy hour where Jeff was trying to talk British, and it sounded identical to that.
You kind of sound like Jabba the Hutt when you do that.
If you slow it down,
British Jabba the Hutt.
But
Jeff
Java was just British, just really slow.
But yeah, Jeff did the exact same. Like, hey mate, I don't know boy. And it's just abrupt. Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
That's no.
You sitting all that there, cats with that love, right?
But that's
that was
gross. First time I ever listened to an Eddie Izzard concert where he Eddie Izzard, huh? Izzard, whatever. Eddie Izzard. That man, has got a great accent, but boy does he talk fast.
Oh my God, yeah.
The plume de baton.
I can't even fucking.
Plume de baton?
What's plume de baton?
I have no idea.
I'm trying to find
One
Jeff.
of, although
Is it the
although
thing
one of
you
the
buy at
cutest
Hobby Lobby
things
for your home?
to go back to go back to a daddy thing, one of the cutest things my eldest has ever done is that one of her favorite shows is Angelina Ballerina, which is this British mouse ballerina thing. And because she watched it so much, every once in a while she would just randomly break out into a British accent for no reason. And she'd just be sitting around talking like this. And then, Mommy, can I have this? It's just talking like that. And it was really adorable. I can't tell her to stop.
I think it was actually Dane Cook or somebody had a bit about I want a British kid.
Yeah.
Just comes out.
Daddy,
Father, can we go to the? I don't remember
Daddy,
the fucking
may
bit.
you go to the park?
I'd like some more.
All right, I got Jeff here.
Oh my God, that's a recording of you, right?
I like it. It was just it was just sound, pisser, and then sound.
Kind of like what British sounds like.
Yeah, he does it well.
No.
I guess that's like the international British.
It can sound I've been watching excessive amounts of reruns of QI recently, and listening to Stephen Fry talk is just beautiful. Mm-hmm. He's got that British accent that's just it sounds so
regions.
proper. Yeah.
There's I want to say it's a French punk band, but I know I'm probably wrong. There's some band that did a I think it's a rock song, and they did it in pretend American English accent, which is just very harsh with lots of hard R's. It's all gibberish.
Yeah.
But to somebody that doesn't speak American English, it sounds like it could absolutely feasibly be.
It's kind of like when someone does
American pop
gibberish
song.
for an Asian language or something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. That's
Which
exactly
I will
what it's
not
like.
be doing right now because it always comes across as racist.
I don't get that. I don't understand. If you go hi
There it is.
No.
There
Fucking
it is.
listen to me. If I don't speak that language, you're imitating just how a parrot can imitate the sounds that it hears. Like a parrot can imitate a car going by or. What I'm getting at is, if you're not fluent with that language, then that's what it's going to sound like to you. Just like how there was this song that was just if you plug your ears, you're that actually kind of sounds like English words. I don't know.
It's really interesting.
And just like we just did with the she made the bill, but I don't get
guess
how
it's the
that's
same.
racist. If you're being, I'm sure there's
It might be just the
I don't know.
context and the type of people who do that makes it racist.
Yeah, I guess if an asshole does it, and it's
if you do
No
anything in a
assholes here.
mocking way,
sure.
No assholes here.
Okay.
Asshole free zone.
I don't know. That always bothered me.
God, just hearing Patrick's laughter is the best hearing.
It really
just got
is.
this great.
It makes me know that a joke was successful.
It's fantastic.
If I hear Patrick. And I'm just
Patrick's
like,
gonna go dead
I
quiet
wish
for
we
the
just
rest
had
of
a
the
lapel
podcast just to see a sweat.
I wanted like a lapel on Patrick so that we can just like he's the only laugh track that we get into like podcasts.
he's the only laugh track we need.
Fantastic.
Did they ever do
the
a
rest of them are
sitcom?
dead in there.
Have they ever made a sitcom where the laugh track was just one guy?
They should.
Someone makes a joke. It's like, nah.
Someone on Twitter told me to just stop.
One
Yeah.
clap.
They don't even need context for that. They can just anybody can constantly be tweeting you, Miles. Just stop.
That's very true.
It actually, it's probably like it's like that. That should be the every once in a while. People start. I want everyone to just make a reminder on their phone right now
don't listen to
that
'em.
every day at a certain time
Don't
to
do it.
send Miles a tweet that says, "Miles, just stop." And that'll give Miles a moment to maybe collect himself and slow down the 200 hamsters that are rolling around in his
Flash
brain.
forward a few years, I'm going to be in some like horrible life or death situation where I'm facing like my father's killer and I have a gun to him. Like, it's finally come to this and it's going to beep, beep. Miles, just stop. And then the dramatic piano plays and I drop the gun.
Turns out it is
and then
your
I walk
father.
away. And then he's going to pull the gun on me, but then I'm going to knock him out instead of kill him. So then the audience still gets some satisfaction and I don't end up killing a person.
Where's this audience?
I
Where is
don't
this
know.
audience?
It's Patrick. You're just following him around.
Yeah, and Patrick's going to go, and then roll credits. Don't you? Okay. Let's say you die, right? Eventually, sure.
Let's-
What
Might as
would
well
you
end on a
rather
downer
have?
as
Okay,
well, right?
Never gonna happen.
You're the last things you're seeing. Everything's going dark. It's kind of cold now. You're just so
No,
tired.
I'm going out to bang.
and then you're gone. What would you rather have? A KD like points score that shows up like at the end of a multiplayer round of like all the things and achievements that you did,
Like life
or
stats.
credits roll, and then whatever happens after you die happens.
Credits.
Credits.
Yeah.
What would be the song? What's that song by Green Day that's in like every high school?
Why did that come into my head too? Why did that come into my head too? What the fuck is happening?
Or Graduation by Vitamin C.
How's that one go?
As we go on, we
Shut up, I'm trying to think of a better song.
remember.
I think the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song would be pretty great.
I just want a riff from Seinfeld. Just
Did you
That's what-
fucking
How about
see
just
that?
how about just Patrick's laughter?
Wait,
the
Did
last sound I hear.
Miles would appreciate this. So would you. You'd probably appreciate this.
You're dead inside.
Some
Roll.
guy rigged a sensor whenever his door would open to play the Seinfeld song, like a riff from Seinfeld.
Fuck, dude.
And it was a different one each time.
No, I would change that. I would have it sometime, but sometime I would also
it's
have it
gotta
be
be-
the audience going, "Oh,
Yeah, it's
It
got to be
was
followed by
sometimes.
audience emotes.
It
It's got to
was.
be
amazing."
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite jokes in the Scott Pilgrim movie. Was like there's this beautiful like there's like a love scene or
Oh, and he
something.
walks in.
and then the next morning it's and there's a laugh track for like a good 2 minutes in the
Good old
opening of that
Edward.
What
scene.
is the cheapest way? Like, what is that? Like plinky plunky bass guitar that's
Yeah,
doing that
that's what it's
sound?
called.
Yeah.
It's called a
Plinky,
plinky plunky
plunky
bass.
bass.
You
It's a
slap
bass
the
riff.
bass.
I want one.
Bing,
wanna
bing,
Like, I
bass?
feel like that'd be really easy to plinky plunk the little tune, like from
Have you
Seinfeld.
ever held a bass guitar?
No,
Have you ever held a guitar?
not a real one.
No.
Really?
I don't think so.
Wow.
Interesting.
I mean, Guitar Hero guitars, sure.
No, of course.
I mean, like a
Well,
real
it's
guitar.
basically real these days.
What instrument have you held? Have you ever played a piano?
Yeah.
Okay.
hard.
Not I mean, I've smashed around on a piano, sure. Everyone has.
With your head.
Play chopsticks. Dun, dun,
I just remember the keyboards at school. Did you have a music room in your school where you would, like, for some reason we took music throughout, what?
What is Barbara doing?
I'm just remembering my high school days. I took keyboard, and my teacher was a fucking dickhead. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Can't wait for that.
really
story.
sorry. I want to
Good
hear about that.
anecdote.
at some
Good
point.
anecdote.
But yeah, there was like,
You asked me what?
for like one time
I'm
out of
sorry.
the year, like most of music class throughout the year would be like at desks and tables and you'd like write out music and you'd be like, God damn, I just don't get this at all. But then one term you'd spend in the music room with all the keyboards and stuff. And we figured out that if you changed a specific setting on the keyboard in a voice would go, "Are you sure?" and you just press yes or no. But we could piss off the teacher, be like, "All right, now I want you to turn to page 48," and all of a sudden, like 19 keyboards will all go, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?" And she gets so mad. That's a joy. What a joyful memory this.
One of my favorite things that I ever learned to do in school, and I think this might have even been in high school or college, was that there was around a time when
Are you low enough?
I can go a little lower. PDAs were like a thing, and they ran off of like they had an infrared part to them that they could actually send.
Go on.
Well, this is
Damn it.
classy. This is good. I'm okay with this. Yep, there you go.
And
And so you
Don't cut away.
you could actually get a remote control.
Someone put a hat on that.
Yeah, I need a hat.
the John hat.
Of an app that could turn off and on TVs because like the infrared of a remote control. And so I learned I could be in classrooms and turn off and on the TV.
You were that prick, huh?
I was that prick.
Have you heard? I
I was
remember
that prick.
when cell phones became all the rage when I was in high school. That was like I remember that was like I feel like people won't. There's a bunch of things that like future generations don't
Finish
get
a
to.
sentence.
I know. I'm sorry. Cell phones. Fuck. Right. What was I saying? There was that
Miles,
ringtone that you could
Miles,
get.
just stop.
That was it was a super high frequency pitch that apparently people over 30 cannot hear.
Are you
At that
sure?
point-
Oh, that's right.
at that
Yeah.
point, You can't hear it anymore.
Call back.
It's like a frequency.
So people could like text because like you know like you don't have your cell phone out in class. People would text without the teacher knowing because normally the teacher's an older person. Man, you ever tell a story and then realize you completely forgot where you're going with it? Fuck, what were we talking about?
You were talking about frequencies that kids can't hear.
Oh, yeah. So there was some fuck this podcast. There was a thing on Reddit that was talking about like, hey, today I learned there was a tone that was invented for fucking that people can't hear anymore. And one of the top comments was, yeah, if you ever hear like if you get a random ringing in your ear, that's like really high pitched, that's just like there then gone. Apparently that's like some sort of sign that you're not going to be able to hear that tone anymore. It sounds like absolute shit. Like that doesn't
Oh,
sound
so
like
it's like
something
the
that
last
exists.
time
That's
you'll
what they
hear
say.
that?
That's what they say that happens. I have no idea if this is based in any extra science. But
Right.
They say that when like a flashbang or something like that goes off, and you hear that ring in your ear, that's that frequency dying
Right.
in your ear.
I have no idea what the
if
science
that's
behind
based
that
in
is.
anything true.
But true or not, every now and then when that happens, I get so sad.
You're like, oh, I'll never hear that one
I'm
again.
like, that was the last time.
all the time.